if I did? What if I said? What if I looked around at everything with love? What if I heard? What if I gave? What if my hand reached out to everything with love? What if I'm a beacon of that light that shines in all of us? And what if I'm the only guide some will see? Then I must recognize within His Spirit, and it's only love. And I must be what I've come here to be. And I know the first step begins within me. What if I felt perfectly whole? What if my heart opened to everything with love? What if I knew only the truth? What if my mind accepted everything with love? What if I'm a
Begin Within Ministries proudly presents Sofa Sundays with your hosts, Reverend Dr. Michelle Izugwu and Reverend Jeannie Sovereigns. Sundays at 11:11 a.m. Arizona time and rebroadcasts on Mondays at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Come join us on the sofa every Sunday morning. Sofa Sundays with Michelle and Jeannie. Learn more at www.beginwithinministries.com. In partnership with New Thought Media Network.
I think we are live, boys and girls.
Are we now?
I think so. Good morning.
Good morning.
I hope you're finding everyone well this
Yes, we
morning.
There we
Our
go.
technology is happy, so we're
There we go.
happier.
Happier as always. Okay.
I'm already happy
All righty.
when the technology works. Man, that's
Hi,
just
did you miss
amazing.
me?
You know I did.
I
I told you I did.
I had
You
so much
were
fun.
missed.
I had
You
so
were
much
missed.
fun last weekend. It's been a while since I sat in a church service and received, and it was just an amazing thing.
But your
So-
cat doesn't seem very happy.
he doesn't, but he's
He's
orange.
very
so
serious. He's
He's a very serious
cat.
cat. But yeah, but he's orange, and I had to wear my
We
new
love him.
orange glasses.
I love your orange
Had to
glasses.
get wear
Those
my-
are very fun.
That's right. Cats get like that for sure. He's
Mhm.
like a little moody.
They do, you know, they do. They just get very, yes.
They really do.
Mhm.
They
And
really
it's-
do.
What was that? What is it?
In my house, the cats are attitudinal.
Oh,
Yes.
attitude.
Oh, my
That's
cats
a
are
good word.
definitely
That's a good
attitudinal,
word.
especially my orange cat. She is definitely,
Those gingers.
yes, the gingers. The gingers.
You posted or you sent me a reel with a cat that said something about it being so cute that it, what was the thing?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
I'm always sending
It was
reels.
this-
I don't remember.
This cute little cat. This is so cute. All it's something like when you're this cute, you just have to lay around all day or whatever
There
it
you
was.
go.
I was like,
There you
yes,
go.
you can.
That's right. Right. That's it. You know, in my next life, I'm coming back as a pampered house cat. I absolutely
It's a
am.
smart idea.
It really is.
It is a smart
Yeah.
idea.
Because they have
Goals.
everything. That's right. There you go. Next life goals.
If I'm a dog, I love my dog, but I don't want to be. I don't want someone to take me for a walk and stuff. I don't want to do
No.
that. I do really want to lay around and just
Yeah, cats
relax all
definitely
day.
have the upper hand.
Yes,
Yes.
they're the boss.
They really are the boss.
They are the
They've been
boss.
God since the time of Egypt and haven't changed. Yes. And they'll let you know it.
And they will. Let you
Yeah.
know it.
There you
Goodness.
go.
Oh my goodness.
Well, welcome, just in case you joined us here and you're like, who are these
What is
women
going
and what
on?
is happening? We are Reverend Jeannie Sovereigns and Reverend Dr. Michelle Izugwu, and we are together Begin Within Ministries, Sofa Sundays.
This is Sofa Sundays, yes.
Yes.
If it's a Sunday and you're seeing us, you're seeing
Yeah.
Sofa Sundays.
But if you're seeing us on a different day, we're still Sofa Sundays.
I mean, but you could, it takes you back.
It'll take you back. Yes, we're time travelers. Here you go. So if this is like Wednesday, just take it.
And we're not just goofy, I mean, at
Yeah.
all.
We're actually more,
Yes.
honestly. Let's be true.
We can be serious from
We
time
can.
to time.
We can. And one of the serious things is where we're located. We're here at 7220 North 16th Street in Phoenix, Arizona, building A1, and you'll know it's us because the girls are on the door. And you're never late for Sofa Sunday, so come on
Never.
down. And we love to have you
See
in
you.
person, but we understand not everybody is blessed to live in Phoenix, Arizona year round like we are. So you can watch us online anytime. And how did I pray us in?
How about you do that?
Okay. Oh, this divine sound in knowing that there is only one, that we are in the beautiful field of infinite possibilities, both as the field and as manifestors of the field. That this field of possibilities has everything we've ever wanted or desired. And that right here, right now, as we align with that, as we are open and willing to be part of it, I speak my word as law, knowing that this time together is blessed. That we are whole, perfect, and complete. And in this moment, in this very now moment, this presence that only is, we are divinely guided, guarded, and protected. And I know this, and I claim this, and I am grateful for this. And I give blessings of peace and joy and love to leaders and teachers of all faiths everywhere, to leaders of all cities, states, countries throughout the world, knowing that the divine consciousness is being raised even now as I speak, that the joy, the love, the peace that is in each and every heart is manifesting now. And for this I am grateful. So I say thank you, God. Thank you, life. Thank you, universe, for bringing to us this peace, this love, this joy. And I call it good and I call it done, letting it go and knowing it's so. And together we say,
And know it is.
So-
No,
yes,
it's so.
know it's so. Exactly. Oh my goodness.
Well, I love that. We did miss your prayers are true. We don't have a card up here, but I have my book.
We do have our book, yes.
This week is week 21 of the year, believe it or not.
Wow.
Almost halfway through the year.
Wow, it is pretty
Thank you,
amazing.
sir. I just like to
Amazing.
hold it up when I, even though I have it right here, I like
Well,
to
I
hold up
talk
this
about
card.
the card.
Yes. I imagine boldly and manifest beautifully. I imagine boldly.
and
manifest
beautifully.
This is week 4 of our Sacred Imagination theme. We've been talking about the creative thoughts and how they bring divine ideas forward, that we see beyond what is to what can be. We're all bringing thoughts into form. We have all kinds of stuff. And today we're talking about imagining boldly. So now how are we going to imagine?
Exactly. To imagine boldly, first step in imagining boldly is you gotta feel safe. You have to feel safe to imagine, because if we're not safe, then we talk ourselves out of it, right? When we say, I want, well, one, we don't say I want because that'll leave you wanting.
Yeah.
Okay. I am a divine speaker, teacher, minister, on stage globally, wonderfully appreciated, and I receive the financial abundance that comes with that, as I am also able to give from that. So there you go.
All
I
right.
was boldly imagining what my life is.
I love that.
And it's very important to speak in the present moment because we only have this,
Right.
right? So that imagination feels good to me, right? And there are time periods, like my new community actually has a stage, like a real stage,
Which is so
right?
Aw.
Which is so fun, and we're redoing it now. So we have contractors coming and going, and so to get quotes. So right now, I'm in that room a lot, and the lights are actually located up on the stage. So I'm on the stage a lot, and so when nobody's looking, I feel that energy of what that's like to stand on a stage in this huge room. This room holds 1,100 people,
Wow.
right? So this huge room, I'm standing on this stage and I'm embodying that feeling of being a speaker, teacher, minister that is doing it, and receiving it. So it's important to have that embodiment thing and not go, oh, that's not me, right? Because I did that for a while. It took me, I was a minister for 2 years before I spoke anywhere outside the sofa. It took me a while to embody that. I didn't feel safe in that bold imagination. Now, you can't stop me.
And nobody would stop you. We all love that about you. I love to feel safe. Because if we are going to imagine boldly and manifest beautifully, wouldn't you want to be imagining boldly what you actually want to be happening? What you actually want to be creating?
Yes.
You don't want to be, if I'm not feeling safe, then I'm not in the present moment. And that's a problem. Guys, we talk about it all the time. We don't want to manifest from being outside of the present moment, right? So we don't want to manifest from our past and our angriness, being angry or feeling bad about something or feeling, sad about something. We don't want to manifest from there. That past is gone. We can remember it. We can work through it or whatever you need to do, but we don't want to create from there.
Right.
And we certainly don't want to create from a future that we don't know if it's ever going to be the one that we wind up being
Right. But
experiencing.
again, like you were saying about the past, if I'm scared in my future, where am I bringing that from?
Yes.
Because I have to be projecting something that maybe I experienced before, or I'm projecting something from the past. I'm definitely not in this present moment. Because in this present moment, right here, right now, I am safe. I have everything I need for this moment. I have breath.
Right.
I have true.
We've got true.
We've got
We got
true.
true in the room, and when
You
he's
know,
here,
Right? Everything
you don't
just,
have to worry.
there you
I
go.
got coffee.
Exactly.
You can see us and hear us.
So in this moment, I
We
am
don't need
safe.
anything.
So if I start talking about being, as I, gave you my wonderful on stage speech
Love
there, right? If I start talking about that as in a future thing, then where am I at, right? I'm not here on the sofa. I'm also not able to give from the space of who I am right here, right now.
Yeah.
That, I think, is also, when you talk about safety, about being safe inside of you.
Yes.
Because we all have those moments and feelings, right? Like there are time periods that I feel amazing. And then there are time periods that I ate something wrong, somebody said something wrong, I did something wrong, whatever, that I'm not feeling. So we have to remember our feelings are very powerful creators as well.
Yes. Oh goodness.
And so it's not just about being safe, about feeling safe, but it's also about feeling that boldness, that powerfulness in it, right? You're not going to take the time, oh, well, I just had a whole pizza and, somebody cut me off on the highway and I also washed the reds with the whites. Okay, so now let me manifest my dream.
That sounds like a bad day.
Right? It's like we're not going to take that moment to say, oh, I'm going, because that emotional content, remember frequency, people,
Oh boy.
right? Our emotional content, our frequency, we're creating from that. We're creating from that. So that's usually the reason why your head's been cut off, you ate a whole pizza, and you have pink underwear. So, that's generally the reason, is because our frequency got hit and we didn't do what we needed to do to bring ourselves back to center. And I'm famous for forgetting to bring myself back to center. So no judgment here, people.
No, we cannot judge, and nor would we, even if we could.
We're giving away microphones, I know.
Oh man, you hit right in the middle of everything. Being in the past recently with my daughter, situations, she operates like she did when she was being parented by me, and I reacted in a way that I sometimes parented her, that she would push those buttons and it would just escalate. Well, as you know, that happened recently. And then Sunday I listened carefully and I made a decision, made a choice to remember who I am. And that person that's yelling that's not me. And that person that's scared that my daughter doesn't love me, that's not me. And so the next time something came up and I was hearing in a loud voice something that was bothersome, my response was, okay, I heard you. What should we do about that? The response was like how to shift. So then there was some under the breath muttering, but it was de-escalating. And then the next interaction was as though nothing had happened. And I decided to choose that. And so in this last week, it's been exactly the way it was originally at first, and exactly the way I wanted to be, with us operating as a family. And so that's been pretty amazing.
I love it. And it just took one of you.
Well, exactly, and that's the point that I was sharing with my other housemate, that it was about me being me and not allowing, because what was also showing to the gentleman in the house was showing him a side of me he'd never seen, which he didn't like. And I don't blame him, I don't like it either. But it's been very powerful, because it's also a way to, I am fully committed to changing the dynamic between her and I.
I love that.
Yeah, because when that happens, then we can love each other.
Yeah, imagine boldly and manifest beautifully, right? Imagine it.
Exactly.
Play in that vision of that every day
Yep.
and just manifest that beautifully. What you want, right? And it's so interesting to me, a little off topic with this, but it just takes one person, to change the dynamic of a relationship. If you suddenly move differently, they can't move the way they were doing before. If you've always waltzed and then suddenly someone decides to do the East Coast swing, it's like the waltz doesn't work now.
Mm-hmm.
They have to either stop the dance
Or
shift,
Yeah.
right? Something has to happen. And sometimes the dance just stops because the other person is like,
I don't know these
I
steps.
don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
And that's totally fine. They
Right.
deserve the right to go regroup and figure out, how do I want to show up now? If you're going to show up like that,
Mm-hmm.
then I don't want to show up like this either. I'm going to go figure out how I'd like to show up.
Right.
And if you're going there, I'm going to figure out how I'm going there.
Mm-hmm.
So it just takes one person to unravel the whole thing. The trick is, who's going to be the one person? And it's oftentimes, when I've worked with couples in the past, I would just say, they would, and then they would never, not couples. When I worked with somebody, but it was a couple issue, I'd say, I don't need you both here. I see one of you and you're here. So how about it's you? You and I work through it.
There's that old thing from
You'll fix it.
S/Landmark that says there's nobody out there. It's
Right.
it's all
It's
us.
just you. Oh,
Right.
I love that. I love that. Yes, there's
I
only
mean, when
one.
we truly believe what we
I
are
love
talking
that.
about, there is only one, right?
That's even deeper. There is only one. So
There's
if I
only one.
shifted, and it just shifts the whole thing. Yeah, and so I love that you did that, and now it will be different. It will
Yes.
be, you will have something else that you are manifesting because you've shifted that. So sometimes I think it's those moments that we have. You had a moment of clarity, a moment of maybe you felt safe. I'm not sure how you exactly felt in the moment that you realized I'm going to be doing something different. But you were dealing with what was actually happening, which tells me you were present. That's why the move you made worked, because it was for the problem at hand. You didn't go back in time and say, she's doing this, and I'm not going to put up with it, and I'm going to whatever. I don't know if I'm acting you out, but you know what I'm saying? I
Close
just know from
enough.
my own experience dealing with my kids how I feel. But if you had come from that person,
Mhm.
I doubt that you would have you would have gotten the same idea
Mhm.
and you certainly wouldn't have had this result. But because you were able to get yourself in the present, here's what's actually happening, and I don't want that. So what would I like to have happen? I really want this.
Right.
Well, then what do I gotta do? I gotta be different. I have to show up differently, and then you followed your own guiding. It's
And it was a
perfect.
direct result of the discussion we had last week.
Last Sunday night.
Yes.
I love that.
I love
it.
that you said, remember who you were. So,
Yeah.
remember who you are. In two of the spiritual teachers I listen to, their mission statements or vision statements state, love only, forgive everything, and remember who you are. Matter of fact, I was at Unity at Tucson last weekend, and I bought a license plate cover that says that. So, it's very important for us to remember who we are and that not who we were, right? Because operating now as a woman who has a grown daughter, as a woman who has grown spiritually and emotionally, in dealing with things, you're a very different person than you were when she was 18. It's right, very different. And so that is an amazing place to come from, being that person. And then it does change everything. Like you said, it only takes one person not to participate in the old habit, in the old circle of things to change it.
But that person is still there inside of you. That part of you is still there. So when that pattern happens, that one goes, oh, I know what to do here.
Right. Oh
And
my
it runs
goodness.
up.
Striving to stay alive.
Right. It
Inside
comes in,
you.
I got this. I know how to keep us, I know how to handle this. And then but what you did was like, thank you so much, but I've got it.
Right.
Thank you so much, but I'm gonna take, I'm an adult now, I'm older now, I've learned a few things, I'm gonna move forward with this.
Mhm.
You took control and moved. You didn't let this old pattern come up and be the boss, like when we work with people, oftentimes, I'm sure even with the HR stuff that you see people, when you start to understand how we work and that a lot of this is inner child stuff going on, right? You can see, and it's like, you want to say, like, stop letting the 4-year-old run your life. You're an adult right now. Tell that little person or the whatever age back there, the 15-year-old, whatever it was, tell them, thank you so much. You have gotten me through a lot of things, but I'm an adult now and you are safe. Just relax. Let me do it. Let me do it. I've got this. And I think that's part of what you did. You told that past version of yourself, like, I don't need to do that anymore.
I told her to sit down.
Sit your ass down.
STF.
Doing something else.
Yeah.
Right? Yes. So it's a lot, and that takes being able to be present and to be able to be like sit in it and recognize, okay, here's what's actually going on. And it's not matching up with what I want to experience, what I want to be manifesting.
Right. And that
So I've got to shift it.
Right, you have to shift, and that's the thing, right? Manifesting doesn't come about just because I'm like saying all my positive affirmations and I've got them written on my mirror, because I do. I have that. I do that. But it is about embodiment. It is about alignment to be able to manifest that. That's again the frequency. You have to get, at that frequency place to know that this is where I need to be moving from, regardless of what, whether it's a communication with a loved one or, somebody on customer service line.
And that's
Right.
exactly what I did. I imagined it first. This is thank you
Exactly.
for staying up last night to think
You're
of this for
welcome.
me.
Because
You're welcome. Last year,
because
actually.
that is what Ernest Holmes talks about, right? Is if everything is created twice, first in our minds and then in form.
Yeah.
So, that is where we're going with anything. So, whether good, bad, or indifferent, first in mind, then in form.
So the sacred imagination theme that we have this month is so critically important to recognize how powerful this whole thing is, the system that we use to create the life we love. And it's important to be practicing in it every day, even with little things, simple things. Practice in that so that when the big stuff comes, you are able to step back and say, whoa, 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 hold on a minute. This isn't aligning with this manifesting beautifully I want to be doing. This is actually taking me down a different path, and I'm not going there. I'm going here. So what do I have to do from this place to get to that place?
Right. And sometimes it's easy things to help you, right?
Right.
For me, it's a walk. There
Oh,
is a
yeah.
certain walk that I now have that says, I am, right? This minister, this teacher, this speaker, there's a certain walk. And for me, that walk includes, like, look at how I'm sitting, right? Like, I'm straighter, my shoulders are back, I'm confident in a way that is not cocky, but, anchored, assured, right? Cohesive to where I want to be, right? My life goals aren't about popularity or follows or fame. It's about helping others and what can I bring? Because I light up when I see that in your face, right? That's what makes me feel good. Right?
Thanks for watching. Tune in again next week at 11:11 a.m. Pacific Time, or Monday evening at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. In partnership with New Thought Media Network.